Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, December 19th, 2019, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Well, hey, it wasn't a huge day, but some fireworks did go off. The Dow gained 137 points today, closing at a record all-time high of 28,376. So we are one third of the way through 28,000. You know, the next really big number is going to be when this thing gets through 30,000, and it will do that in time and maybe sooner than later. Don't forget, this is a roaring bull market. You can see here on the long shot that we're at the very top there at record highs, and it just keeps climbing, and it's got a long ways to go, folks. Don't sell out this stock market. I have been trading on the long side since 2009, and nothing really has made me want to change my mind in all those years. Okay, we had a pretty good day. We had a few frustrations, but regardless, we closed out just shy of $10,000 in closed out trades today. We got into or rather, seven new positions. Five were positive, two were negative, and we're carrying over $3,000 in positive trade equity going into tomorrow. If I didn't say so, the Dow made 137 points today, closing at all-time record highs. Okay, I'm always showing you the great stuff, so I'll show you a little of the frustrating stuff today for a change of pace. This first one is our infamous penny stock, MDR, which is McDermott Incorporated, and we had bought this thing yesterday midday, and it just shot up at the last 15-minute bar there. Huge jump up there. And so on the close, we were holding $12,700 open trade on this penny stock with 50,000 shares that we had bought. And it would have been nice to have gotten out at that price, or maybe even a little higher. That was not to be. The profit takers came in today, and we ended up getting down here with $6,800. Still a good trade, but fortunately we saw our profits cut in nearly by half in that stock, and that's why we got out with $10,000 of profit today rather than the 16,000 or something that we had on the close yesterday. And then we had another frustrating one here. This is a real hair puller. This is GGAZ, which is our short natural gas, inverse natural gas. 3 trading days ago, we had bought this. It pretty much, I think it actually closed a little against us there on the third day. But yesterday it gapped way up there, keeping us into the trade. And it didn't look very good on the close. A little bit nervous about it. And then it gaps up again this morning. That looks fantastic. But this triggered another buy signal, so we're hanging on to it rather than getting out, the first hour or so of the day. And then it does this dive here, stops us out. So we end up going from up here, we had 5,000 and down here where we actually got out, we only had 2,500. Okay, I can live with that. But then the thing turns around, starts climbing again, and we get re-entered in it on it. And then it looks, well, maybe it's going to resume this bullish move here, and then it turns around and reverses and goes down. And so we end up closing down negative about $2,500 on it. So it's kind of like we're not having very much luck with this trade, and we're still in it. But the gods can gap all over the place, so maybe we'll get lucky. It'll gap up again tomorrow. We'll just have to see. But we're still in it. And then finally, this was really interesting. This is INO, which is Inovio Pharmaceuticals. And this thing just took off out of nowhere. I guess this is actually technically a penny stock. Anyway, it was trading like $2.70, $2.60 where it closed yesterday, and it traded up to almost $3.50 today. But we grabbed it on the way up, and we're holding a nice trade there with $4,800 in open trade equity in INO. So we'll just hope maybe tomorrow we'll get a break, maybe get a gap up. Who knows? You never know. These penny stocks can be pretty volatile. That's why I kind of like them, though. I don't want to trade all of them in my portfolio, but I like to trade a few because they tend to be very profitable, and I feel the downside risk is fairly limited as compared with the upside profits, which are always really good if you can catch a move. Anyway, that's the way it went on this Thursday. I'll be back here tomorrow on my favorite day, Friday.